Morning everyone. So I'm Zoe, I am a physiotherapist and Pilates instructor, and I have decided that this week I'm going to go live every day. I'm not sure what time each day, but I'm just going to be showing you some simple exercises that you can do to just get your body moving. So we're going to do 5 simple exercises that you could do. Now, I've spent a while trying to set up the camera here, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to see me when I'm over there, but we shall soon find out. But we're going to be doing some exercises in standing today just to work on getting rid of tension around the shoulders and into the upper back, and a little bit working on our balance and leg strength as well. So what I should say is, with any exercise, you want to work at a level that feels comfortable for you. So, you know, when you're doing the movements, just make sure that they feel nice and comfortable and you're not overstretching. And if you are suffering with pain or you've got any health conditions and you're not sure if Pilates is right for you, then I always advise that you just check with your health professional first. But this morning, we are going to be going through some exercises. So I'm going to go over onto the mat and I'll see you there in a sec. So these are great exercises that you can do, as I say, just to loosen off through your shoulders and into your upper back. So we're going to start with the feet hip distance apart. We're going to spread out the toes, firmly plant the feet on the floor. So you want to make sure you've got equal weight on both sides. And sometimes what's nice to do is just sort of rock side to side. Feel the difference between having weight down one side compared to the other, and then come to rest in the middle. And then we can just relax the toes so we're not gripping on. Lengthen through the legs but without tensing around the knees. And then we want to have a neutral spine. So what we don't want is to arch the back or to tuck under too much. Now I always think a nice way to find neutral is to just rock the pelvis. So you're just going to rock the pelvis forward and tuck the tailbone under. So if you imagine your pelvis is like a bowl of water and you're trying to pour some water out the front, pour some water out the back, and then you're going for that level position so your water's level. So just do a few. And again, you're not forcing it. And then just come to rest so that your tailbone points down towards the floor. And then you want to imagine that your ribs are sort of floating on top of the pelvis. And then you've got this lovely sense of length through the spine. So imagine someone's got a piece of string on the top of your head and they're just gently pulling on it, and you just feel yourself growing that little bit taller. Then we're going to think about widening through the collarbones, let the arms come down. So the first one is really nice to get rid of tension through the shoulders. So we're just going to take a breath in and let the shoulders come up, and then breathe out and just imagine that your arms are growing longer by the side. So we're going to take a breath in, breath out. And very often we don't notice there's any tension in our shoulders until we actually think about letting go. So it's a nice one to do. I do this little and often throughout the day just to loosen off. So we're breathing in, shoulders up. The important bit is the breath out and letting the arms relax. Let's do 2 more. Breath in and out. Breath in. Fantastic. As you come down from this one, I want you to think about this sense of width. So imagine that your collarbones are nice and wide. We're just going to take the head to one side, to centre, and then to the other side, and to centre. Now I think my hands might disappear here, but we're going to do some arm circles. So we're keeping this neutral position, nice and tall. We're going to take a breath in, and we're just going to lift the arms, and then we're circling them around to the side. So we're going to take a breath in, and a breath out. Now think about almost lifting through the breastbone. So we're not leaning back, we're just doing a little stretch, and then we're coming back down. Breath in and down. This is really nice for your shoulders, just to get some movement and just to loosen everything off. Lovely. Let's do the same but the other way. So we're going to go out to the side, up, and then we draw the arms down the front. So we go out to the side, come up, draw the arms down the front. Breath in still as we come up. Breath out. Breath in. And out. Perfect. Now we're going to bring our arms across our chest, and just make sure you feel nice and sort of stable on the floor. So if you want to bring your feet slightly wider apart, you can. And this time I want you to think about your pelvis. So if you imagine 2 little headlights on the front of your pelvis, You want to, as much as you can, keep them shining forward. So as you're doing it, you're not sort of shining around the room. Now, you might feel a little bit of movement through your pelvis, and that's fine, that's normal. But we're going to take a breath in, and on our breath out, we're just going to rotate the ribs over the pelvis and bring the shoulders round. And then we're going to come back to centre. So nice and gentle breath out. And breath in. So you'll probably see there's my pelvis is moving a little bit, but I'm not twisting all the way around. So breath out. Breath in. Lovely. Breath out. Breath in. And again, it's important with this that you don't force the movement, but it's a really nice exercise just to get rid of any stiffness into the upper back, particularly if you're sitting at a desk or you're sitting down a lot. Let's do one more to each side. Lovely. Breath out. And breath in. Bring the arms down, 2 little shoulder rolls. Okay, so I'm hoping where you are, you can see my feet. So, fingers crossed. Because what we're going to do now is work on the lower body. So we're going to bring the hands to the pelvis. We're going to drop the shoulders, but still keep that sense of length through the spine. And then we're going to lift one heel. And then as that heel comes down, we're just going to lift the other. So we're just doing a little walk on the spot. But what we're watching is that we're keeping the pelvis level and we're keeping that length. So we're just going to breathe in, breathe out, breath in, breath out. Hopefully it won't cut my head off. It's all an experiment. We'll see what happens. Perfect. Okay, so this is just warming up the ankles a little bit. Works a bit on our balance and on our control. And then level 2, we're going to go up onto both toes. So we take the weight from the heels and we just come up, lifting both heels and then come down. So from here, we're going to come up and come down. So we're trying to keep that sense of length through the spine. We're going to breathe in as we come up, breathe out as we come down. Breath in to come up, breath out to come down. Breath in. Lovely. If you want a bit of a challenge, what you could do, change the breathing slightly. Breathe out and come up. Breath in and hold. Breath out and come down. So that works your balance and your strength a little bit more. So we breathe out and come up. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out and come down. We're going to do one more. So again, work to whichever level you feel comfortable. Oops, I see I lost it then. I'm going to have to do one more, aren't I? And then come back. Lovely. Okay, last one that we're going to do this morning then is for our legs, and we're going to work on the side of the legs a little bit. Okay, so again, another little one for our balance. We're going to think about that neutral spine. So we've got our tailbone pointing down, we've got that sense of length wide through the collarbones, hands on the pelvis, and then we're going to take the weight onto our right leg, and then our left leg we're just going to bring out to the side and then come back in. Breath out. Breath in. Now I'm not sure on the camera whether it flips it round, so I don't know if you're seeing my left or my right leg moving. You'll have to tell me afterwards. I'm used to doing it backwards, but it might not make sense. But what we're trying to do is keep up nice and tall. We're just taking that leg out to the side. So we're working on the control on our standing leg and working on the strength around this hip. Level 2, we can go to the front, in, to the side and back. So we breathe out, breath in, breath out, breath in. So you should start to feel that working on that standing leg. Remember, you can stop at any point. Out and back, but we're keeping this control. Last one, and back in. Little walk out on the spot. Let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to take a breath in, breath out to come to the side, breath in to come back. Breath out. Breath in. Think of that sense of length through the spine. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Perfect. Breath out. Breath in. Pelvis staying nice and level. And level 2, we go to the front, back, side and in. Front, back, side. And you should start to feel it working on that standing leg. Perfect. Let's do one more. And back and in. Let's have a little walk out on the spot. Let's think about our posture to finish. So feet comfortable distance apart, lengthening through the legs but not tensing around the knees. That neutral pelvis, so our tailbone points towards the floor, ribs floating on top, collarbones wide, neck nice and long, and then let's finish with a nice deep breath in and out. Fantastic. Well done. Thank you very much for joining me for those 5 exercises just to get your body moving. So if you are watching me on the replay and you've got any comments or questions, then pop them below. I am going to come back over. I'm going to try and wedge myself in here just under the camera. Right, let's see who we've got. So Ali's here, Elaine. Hi Elaine, how you doing? I know you see, you sit down and then I appear. Who else have we got? We've got Sheila. Hi Sheila. Elaine said I've just mirrored you. So Elaine, when I said move your right leg, did my right leg move or was it my left? You know I get confused with my left and my right. But yeah, mirroring me is the right thing to do, but I wasn't quite sure. Oh, I'm going to stop talking. I wasn't quite sure which leg was moving when I was doing it, because normally, obviously, if you've got someone facing you, I have to do it opposite and back to front, which is always a challenge for me. But I wasn't quite sure what happens with the camera, whether it flips me around or not, so who knows. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going live every day this week to just do 5 exercises that you can do just to get your body moving. So we're going to be doing different things each day. We might be doing a variation on the same thing. So you might be doing a similar exercise, but we do it in a slightly different way. We're going to do some in standing and we're going to do some lying down on the mat as well. So we're trying to work all areas of the body really. And I just thought it would be good to just get us moving and just to do a little bit of exercise. The only thing I can't tell you for sure is what time I'm going to pop up each day. So if you want to, there's a way I think you can get notified when I go live, so you can always do that. If I know a bit in advance, then I'll just pop it in the on the Facebook page, but I know it doesn't sort of show it to everybody. But I will go live every day and we'll do those exercises, and you can always catch it afterwards anyway. So what does Elaine say? Elaine says that's technical. You moved your left leg, but it looked right to me, if that makes sense. Yes, I think it does make sense. So it's the opposite. So I think I did it right. We'll go with that, Elaine, and we'll go with that. As long as you're doing something and you're moving one of your legs, it doesn't matter, does it really? But you already know I'm a bit crazy. So that's it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, if you have any questions, any comments, you pop them below this video. If you found it helpful and you think that there's other people that might find it helpful too, when this is posted on later, please share it so we can reach as many people as possible. And if you want things like this sent directly to your inbox, to your email, then I'll pop a link how you can sign up to my mailing list as well, because I'm going to have lots of sort of free classes and stuff coming up in the next few weeks. So, thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for something slightly different. All right, take care everyone. Bye for now.